Hello my dear children, today we are going to learn a new topic, reported speech. This is a topic you're not familiar with at all, so be careful, pay attention and try to understand it. It's a topic that you'll need more and more in the higher classes. So basically there are two types of speech, direct speech and indirect speech. Indirect speech is also called reported speech. What is direct speech? Direct speech is the original speech between a person, between two people or more than one or more people. It's within quotation marks and it's always preceded by capital letter. That's it starts with a capital letter. Okay, like what is your name? Suppose I ask you, what is your name? So what is your name is direct speech. But suppose I have to tell this to someone else. You go and tell your mother that, see, the teacher asked me about it. So what did you, when you say that to your mother, you're reporting what you heard. So reported speech is telling others what has said. So that is reported speech. It is when you report what somebody has said. So please understand this carefully, the difference between direct speech and indirect speech. Direct speech when two people are talking to each other, and reported speech when that speech is reported to somebody else. It does not have to be the same words. We'll have to change the words. Now, for example, in this picture, the courageous man, he must have said, I have no fears. But when we report it, we say the courageous young man said that he had fears. So direct speech involves quoting the exact words and it is within inverted commas. As you can see the example, she said, I won't be coming home tonight. Whereas in indirect speech, the inverted commas are removed and the sentence is changed. What changes have to be made and how they have to be made, when they have to be made, will be discussed soon. Now suppose I am making a speech immediately. Okay, then I don't have to make many changes. Okay, but suppose I am reporting, but usually we won't say immediately. We'll say after a lot of time. So we'll have to make a lot of changes. So reported speech is to tell someone what someone else has said. And this is again an important concept. We usually use a reporting verb. What is a reporting verb? The verb which tells us what is being said, like I said, he said, she told me, he asked. For a question we'll use asked. For sentences we'll use say, said or tell. Now when will we use said? He said. There is no, the listener is not specified. Whereas if the listener is specified, he told me that, she told her friend that. So all these places when the listener is specified, we use told, and when the listener is not specified, we use say. So this is the reporting verb, say, tell, ask, all these are reporting verbs. So next, after what is direct speech and indirect speech, we have to understand the next concept, reporting verb, that is verbs like say, tell, ask, advise, suggest, all these are reporting verbs. So we have to make many changes. Now again there's reporting verb here given. So see, the reporting verbs are say, tell, ask, explain, request, etc. Benjamin said, I told him. See the difference. Benjamin said, the listener is not given. Whereas I told him, the listener is given. Margaret explained. So all these are reporting verbs. You can see in the sentences here, says, told, asked, explained. Now the first one sentence, it is says, so we don't have to make too many changes, but all the other sentences, told, asked, explained, all these are in the past tense, so we have to make a lot of changes. That will be the next thing. So we have learned what is direct speech, what is indirect speech, what are report verbs. And one more important thing is, whenever you make it into reported speech, you have to remove the quotation marks. Now the use of conjunction that is used in sentences. While reporting sentences, we use that. He said that, she told that, all these things, and she told me that. So this that comes after the reporting verb. We'll learn it as we go ahead. Okay, pronouns are changed. How the pronouns should be changed will also be in the coming slides. Okay, so see what is the pronoun that is changed. See, I am asking you, what is your name? Or I am telling you, I am hungry. When you go and tell somebody else, you cannot say I am hungry, because then it will become you are hungry, isn't it? The whole meaning changes. So we have to change pronouns. So how will we change pronouns? That's what is given in this slide. You can pause here, see this, understand this well, and then go on to the next slide. I will become he or she depending on who's speaking. We will become they. You will become he, she, they. Okay. suppose in this class I am asking a particular child, what are you doing? When you go home, you can't say, tell your mother, teacher asked him what you are doing. No, the teacher asked him what he was doing, isn't it? My becomes his or her. Our becomes their. Your becomes his, her, their. Similarly, me changes to him or her. Us changes to them. You changes to him, her, them. Mine to his or hers. Ours to theirs. Yours to his, hers, theirs. So we have learned direct speech, indirect speech, reporting verbs, and now we are changing, we have to remove the quotation marks, and next the thing is we have to change the pronouns. How the pronouns have to be changed is what you're going to see in the slide. If required, pause here and then go ahead. Now one more thing, do we always have to make changes? Does everything change? No, there are certain words which don't change. Words like should, could, might, ought to don't change. You shouldn't tell the secret to anyone. She said I shouldn't tell the secret to anyone. You ought to tell this to a friend. He said, I ought to tell this to a friend. So should, ought to, change. All these. One more example, would. I would enjoy to watch something else. Polly said that she would enjoy to watch something else. Doesn't change. So again, a brief summing up of what happened so far. Direct speech using exact words. Reported speech, reporting it to somebody else. Pronouns have to change. Then what is the difference between the use of say and tell? Say when we are not specifying the listener, tell when we are specifying the listener. Now there are many more things that are there which have to be paid attention to. We will go into all these. All these are different things which we have to learn in the coming slides. Okay, so this till here I hope everything is clear. Now in this particular slide, don't look at the tenses side because that will be going into in detail again. Look into the other side where words and expressions show change. Like, because see, suppose I am telling you, do the work now. Your parent comes home at night. You tell your parent, teacher asked me to do the work. Can you say now? No, because my teacher is not asked to do the work at night. So you have to change it. So that's why now changes to then, the time of speaking. So now changes to then. Now suppose I tell you something today. You are reporting God knows on which day, isn't it? We can't be sure you'll report it today itself. So today will become that night. Tonight will become that night. Here will become there. All words which show nearness go far. Come will become go. Last week, the week before. Next week, the week after. Ago, before. Yesterday, the day before. Tomorrow, the next day. So now there are different kinds of sentences. Some are statements like I want a bag. Some are questions. There is another kind of sentence that is order, command, request, all these. These are called imperative sentences. When we convert such sentences to the reported speech, we add to. For example, the doctor said get plenty of rest. The doctor told me to get plenty of rest. So here we have to add a to. Here we don't use that, we add to. Examples, teacher is saying open your student book. The teacher asked us to open our student book. The teacher is telling don't use your cell phone in the classroom. The teacher has told Julia not to use her cell phone in the classroom. Don't chew gum in the classroom. The teacher asked Joanne not to chew gum in the classroom. So everywhere you can see that is not used, but to is used. Okay, so always remember sentences, they are called imperative sentences. Request, command, order, anything we use to. Don't move. So he told us not to move. Be quiet. He told me to be quiet. Okay, so this is something that's quite important. Now example, the man is just saying stop. Okay, so how do we report it? The man told me to stop. So this much is clear. Now we are going to sentences. Sentences are ordinary sentences. James said, I am angry. Now what will happen? This, see, when you are changing this, we have to change not only pronouns, that is I will become he. What more we have to do? We have to change the tense. James is angry at that time. Now when I am reporting, it is over, isn't it? So James said that he was angry. We should be very careful. We should change each and everything. So James said that, I will become he, am will become was. So always remember, when we move to reported speech, we go back tense. We move back in tense. This is called back shifting. So present simple becomes past simple. More examples. I want to speak to the boss. She said she wanted to speak to the boss. I am happy. Thomas said he was really happy. I like Peter. She said she liked him or Peter. Similarly, like present, simple present becomes past present, present continuous becomes past continuous. I am doing a graffiti. He said he was doing a graffiti. The boy said we are going out. The boy said that they were going out. This one, I am traveling to Oxford tomorrow. Can I say he said he is traveling? No, you have to, or she is traveling? No, you have to change it. So, Jane said that she was traveling to Oxford. Now, one more thing you should remember here, it is tomorrow. So, tomorrow has to change into the next day. Now, this is in the present perfect. Present perfect always becomes past perfect. That is, here in the sentence you can see have. So, in present perfect we'll have or has. This has to change into had. They said, we have bought a cake. They said that, you remember, we will change into they. They said that they had bought a cake. Now, my mother gives me new dolls regularly. The girl said that her mother gave her new dolls regularly. Simple present, past. Now, the man says, all the children have been saved. So, this is again the present perfect. It has to become into the past perfect. The fireman said that all the children had been saved. The teacher is strict. She said the teacher was strict. Present, simple present to simple past. Next sentence you can see present continuous becoming past continuous. The teacher is giving everyone an A. He said the teacher was giving an A. Now again present perfect to past perfect. You have 2 weeks to complete your assignment. Professor Albert said that we had 2 weeks to complete our assignment. Now one more example. You can wait in the staff room. This becomes could. The lady said we could wait in the staff room. Now this is future tense. Your future tense we don't have much to do. It's very easy. You just like can becomes could. Similarly will becomes would. Your son will feel much better tomorrow. The doctor said Jake would feel much better today. I will buy a laptop for you. He said, my dad said he would buy a laptop for me. I will call you tomorrow. He said he would call me. Tomorrow will become the next day. Okay, so present to past perfect, present continuous to past continuous, simple present to past present, future tense. This much I hope is clear. Now we are moving into the past tenses. I fell down the stairs. So this is already in the simple past. Simple past will become past perfect. I fell will become he had fallen. Always remember past simple past will be past perfect. He said to me, you answered it. He said to me that I had answered. Past continuous changes to past perfect continuous. We were enjoying the weather. They said they had been enjoying the weather. And past perfect, there is nothing more past than that. So it cannot be changed. She said she had visited a doctor. She said that she had visited a doctor, because you can't change it further. So now this sentence is interesting. The sentence is, it has been years since I've had this much fun. So first part is easy. It has been has to change to had been. She said it had been years. Now next part, since I have had. Now it is have had. When I make it a report speech, what will have become had. So it will be, it has been years since she had that much fun. This will become that, all these changes. So when you see these two hads, you should not get confused. You should not think it is wrong. It is because it is the past tense of have. One have is the had is the past tense of have, and the other one is the had, which is already there in the sentence. Okay, this is just for you to know. Now once again we are repeating it. Present simple to past simple, present progressive to past progressive. Progressive and continuous mean the same. Present perfect to past perfect. If you want, you can pause and read these sentences again so that you understand better. This is the table once again. Today becomes that day, now, then, yesterday, the day before, days ago, days before, last week, week before, next year, following year, tomorrow, next day, here, there, this, that, these, those, ago, before, tonight, that night. Will becomes would, can becomes could. All this we had seen earlier, should or to. So I'm just repeating it again and again so that you understand it better. Now, this chart is again a repetition of this. Please pause here and read these examples. You can understand it better. Now, in this particular image, you can see models. The word models, you don't have to be worried what models is, nothing. They are just words like can, could, may, might, must, shall, should. How to change it, that we have already learnt it. It is just given again and again so that you can read it and understand it better. So we finished reporting imperative sentences, we finished reporting statements. Now the next kind of sentence, one more kind of sentence, the exclamatory sentence. I have given about it in your notes, so we will not be dealing it with here. Now the next thing is reporting questions. While reporting questions, you should be very careful. In questions, there are two kinds of questions, yes or no questions and information questions. What do you mean by yes or no question? A yes or no question is the question that demands yes or no as an answer. What is your name? You have to say something, my name is. So it's an information question. Whereas if I ask, are you busy? You will either say yes or you will say no. So it's a yes or no question. Here examples are given. Is she ready? Does she like me? All these things are this. Now in such yes or no questions, there are two things you should remember. One, while reporting questions, if it is a yes or no question, we will use if. She asked me if she was ready. He asked me if she liked him. He asked me if Cindy had seen him. So all these examples are given. One more thing they have given here about the word order. Always in a question, verb is coming first and subject is coming second. See, is she, does she, did Cindy. Whereas in the answers, you will notice that the subject is coming first and the verb is coming second. She was, she liked, Cindy had seen. So this is one more thing you should always keep in mind whenever you're reporting question. In the question, the verb will be first and the subject will be second. But in the answer, the subject will be first and the verb will be second. Now these are information questions which are also called WH questions. Where were you last night? Have you seen my partner? What did you do? Who are you looking for? All these things are information questions. Now some examples for you. What are you looking for? He asked what I was looking for. See, in this sentence also, are comes first and you comes second in the question. Whereas in the answer, I comes first and was comes second. That's what is given here. In the interrogative sentences, in the direct speech, it is verb and subject. But in indirect speech, it is subject and verb. One more very important point, no question mark is used. See, in the question mark is there. Whereas in the answer, as we are removing quotation marks, we should also remove the question. Very important. Why are you late for school? Ali asked, why was I late for school? Is this right? No, it is wrong. Why is it wrong? The tense has been changed correctly. Everything else is correct. But the verb order is wrong. Ali asked why I was late for school. The subject should come first and the verb should come second. This is very important in questions. Some more examples. Can you help me carry my groceries? He asked if I could help him, because it's a yes or no question. Whereas the second question, it's not a yes or no question. What is your name? She asked what my name was. So don't forget to change the subject order. One more thing, while reporting questions, if it is a yes or no question, you have to use if. If it is not a yes or no question, you should not add any connector. You should not write THAT that there. You should only write he asked what is my name. She asked where I was going. He asked how I was feeling. All these things you have to be careful. One more example. What did he say? He said he was busy. Here, of course, it's not reported. Here, I hope you all have understood. And if you have any doubts, don't worry. When you have doubt, it means you have started understanding something. And you can always contact me if you have any problems. Don't worry, this is just the beginning. We have many more sessions of reported speech left. Have a great time. Watch this once again for your better understanding. Good luck, all of you.